Hello folks, thought I'd do a YouTube update. It's been a little bit, got quite a bit done. I guess we'll call this the February update. I'm going to try and do updates a little bit more regularly. Seems that a few of you really liked the last couple updates I did, so we're going to change this video up a little bit and add some flair to it and put a little effort into the editing and such. So hope you like it, let me know, and we'll go from there. So I'll tell you what's new. So, worked on this road here. Added a little bit more color to the roadway, make it look a little more packed down sort of deal. Also been, we'll just walk around the house. So been working on that, and of course worked on the tie yard a little bit here. So those who don't know, raw ties would come in. The ACR had their own kind of treatment where they would treat them with that green stuff. And then they also brought creosote ties in, and then they would kind of redistribute them all over the line. So right now there's a load of raw ties coming in, and I think there's some treated ties going to be heading out at some point. So I don't switch it out every turn, just as random as the cars come in off the different trains, I switch them out. So working on that. Fine work of David Bedard. If you can see that little signal down in there, we're actually going to light up Franz here, and hopefully within the next month or so. Another buddy of mine, Chris, is going to work on the programming for the signals. We're going to put in a knife switch down here, which will actually is there, which will control the diamond when ACR crews are doing the switching. So what's new at Franz, you ask? We have added some more grass in. Built a couple of boats, so guys have been out fishing, waiting for number 1 or number 2 to pick them up. Worked on this truck here. So this is an old resin kit that I had. It was blue for the longest time, so I thought, I'm gonna work on it and I'll paint it, put some high rail trucks or wheels on it, sorry, and kind of make it look CP. And you know what? It fits in pretty darn good there. Again, added in some more work on the gravel road, added in the stack of rails, some ties, some old ties down there that you can kind of see. And yeah, just adding little details here and there. I think they really seal the deal for the scene. The old section house at at Franz here, added in some bushes, worked on the section house. You know, actually was an old kit that I've had from my old layout, and it's close. It's not quite exact to the real section houses there, and the layout of the land, so to speak, at Franz wasn't quite this high up, but I changed it up a little bit. Looks good. I had this Atlas cab or tractor, sorry, and trailer, and my dad, when I was a kid growing up, I used to ride around in this truck with my dad. And you know, I've had this truck and trailer and the excavator, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna relive my childhood, and used to sit in the seat with him, and we used to deliver his excavator around, and you know, it had the sweetest sounding Detroit diesel in it ever. If I could make a way to make that truck sound like the Detroit diesel did back in the day. And I talked to my cousin, he actually says the truck's still running. It's a 1972 Ford, still running, so there you go. So I added in the truck. I'll show you some pictures on the editing. You'll see a picture of what the truck looked like. So added in the speeder shed, speeder, again did the road. There's going to be a signal going in here that will control the diamond, and then as we go up the line heading north, we're going to put the other signal. That's going to be the approach signal. We're going to put it in right here. So the signal will generate green or yellow at the approach signal, and depending on what's going down at the CP, the programming will generate it at random, and we'll add a little bit of operations in as if CP trains are going over the diamond. Big work that I did over the last little bit was this hill. Some of you were calling it Turtle Mountain. Thank you. So I worked on the mountain. Was a lot of work. I underestimated how many trees actually needed to go in there. It took me about 5 days to complete the whole project here, from all the scenery and rock work and making trees and all that stuff. It's still not 100%, but I'd say it's about 85. Adding more details around the rock work. Need to add in some more rock work here on the creek and the culvert. And then pushing on, so this is on the Colton Sub. Adding in a rail lube, and I have to add trees along here on either side as you come into heading west on the branch. The actual real branch line had one spur coming off that serviced Canadian propane and Imperial oil. I've got two just to change it up a little bit, and this will be the next 10 feet that I'm working on. Really, that's the only things that I've changed up this way. Like I said, more of the operation, or more of the scenery work and backdrop that I painted is all up this way. And then been working on, you know, the little details and stuff like that. They take up a lot of time, but I'm super happy with how things are turning out. Going to be adding in the lake and the cabins and areas in here. Kind of excited. I like camps. I like northern bush camps. Being from Ontario, this is kind of how I grew up. So I'm looking forward to the lake and the dock and the path down to the lake, and probably a float plane sitting in the water, and a flag stop for the camp because it's only accessible by plane or rail. And yeah, so other than that, I worked on this van. You'll see pictures in the slideshows that I'm going to work on. So it's not 100%, but this is an old CN True Line Trains van that I had. I didn't really like it all that much, so I decided to do up a ACR van. It was maintenance away, a bit of a bunk car to go with the work train that I have as well. So did it up, painted it, deckled it, put the boards over the windows, and now she sits with the work. So pretty cool. I'm happy with it. Also, we're going to show you a video of this Atlas track cleaning car. I put a decoder in it, lit it up with the strobe signals there, or the strobe lights on the top, sorry. Actually, you know, I'm quite impressed how well it works. Bought it off Facebook for 80 bucks shipped. I was pretty happy. Deckled it up, put it as part of the train to clean the tracks, and between the masonite pad underneath the box car, the vacuum, the CMX track cleaning car, and that the Bachmann track cleaning tank car there, it's awesome. If you don't have one of these CMX track cleaning cars, and you have a fairly large layout or even hard to reach areas, I highly recommend it. Worth all of the 210 bucks I bought it for. So if you got it, save it, get it, love it. So other than that, that's about it, folks. Hope you enjoy the new format. and we'll try and keep going with the format and enjoy. Thanks for the comments, and keep up the good work and enjoy the hobby. This is a fantastic hobby, and I really enjoy everybody that I'm meeting and all the folks I'm talking to and getting to meet. And Super Trains is coming up, so we get to meet at the big Nerd Fest. And overall, just having fun, guys. Thank you.